ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री नमः। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुखर सुधारी, बरनौ रघुबर बिमल जसो जो दायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुवेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। तिस विद्यावान गुणी ज्ञान सागर करुणा सागर, forever ready, forever alert, available. See, these are the very qualities needed for any spiritual aspirant. That he is alert, that he is ready and available. Available for what? Ready for whatever that, when the Lord calls, it is said that Bhagavan blows his conch. That is the spiritual calling, the higher calling. When this higher calling comes up in the heart of a spiritual aspirant, he must be ready to drop everything and walk on that path. Forever, he must be eager. That eagerness, that is a necessary requirement. That earnestness to be doing that, whatever that calling comes to him, that higher calling. Most of us, even if that calling is there, we are not ready. We have a lot of commitments that we have probably built over, which has come to us previously when we were not a spiritual aspirant. So we collected a lot of things for ourselves, a lot of commitment, responsibilities. So that's one way that, we get blocked. The other way is, even if there is, an opportunity for us to walk, because for some reason we are not mentally prepared, we are not sure, we are unsure, how far should we go, what if we go and if we don't find the truth, if we don't find our calling, and at the same time we do not have all the security that we have built around us, isn't it? So this is a kind of dilemma every spiritual aspirant faces. He doesn't know how far to push himself on the path. Now, that speaks. It is this kind of readiness, when we say, Ram kaj karibe ko atur, that readiness is there in Hanumana. He is never faltering there. He is never telling Bhagwan, I've started something else. Let me first complete that, and then can we do this program next week, this time please excuse me. I may not be able to complete whatever task you're given me. So you see, there are no excuses. If it is Ram Kaj, then that is the first thing I will attend to. Everything else can take a back seat. Now, how many of us are truly aspiring the Lord this way? We say the Lord shows only some people, the Lord doesn't give me darshan. What path have I done? Because when Lord has asked you to come 2 steps ahead and he says, I will walk 10 steps for you, that 1 step ahead we are not able to take. We have so many reasons we give him why we cannot take that 1 step. We must be able to walk, and then you will see 1 step ahead you take, Bhagwan will take 10 steps ahead to come and meet you. But we must allow for that to happen. What about Hanuman? He was only ready, available, alert, and waiting for this. He would say, I have nothing else to do. That was the state. This way, we also saw how guni he was, how intelligent he was. And the beauty of him, because he was not one who was caught up with his ego. In fact, that is what gave him his humility. Wherever he had to go, and see, it is said about great men that they are ready to become very small. It is only a person who is knowledgeable and who has got a lot of pride and arrogance of that knowledge, he will never be ready to become small. In fact, in any group, if he is not given attention, if somebody doesn't recognize what he has done, he feels offended. But not our Hanumana. He's truly Jnani, Jivan Mukta. For him, these things hardly matter. Whether somebody else has recognized that he is Jivan Mukta is not his concern. So you see, that's how truly liberated he is. That's how free he is. Not with the other aspirants. They all want to be seen as doing something for the Guru, as doing something for the Lord, how much they are able to contribute, whether people around are watching this or no, isn't it? Not him. That's why you see, whenever, whatever is needed, he is able to do that. He knows what is needed and he gets that done. He is not waiting to see, why is somebody not doing this job? Is it always that I only have to do? When we do any karma, so many questions come to us, Is it that nobody else can do all this kind of little work, jobs, all that I only have to do? And these people come and they take away all the glory because they take the credit. They come in the last minute. See, these are the things that we fight over. Somewhere we look for recognition, appreciation from the world, which means still there is that trace, there is that ego, which is a very subtle ego now, but not with Hanuman. Wherever needed. In fact, when he had to go to Lanka, okay, and they were all taking a call, who will be able to take that leap, reach Lanka, find Sita Maya and come back? It's a big toll. It's a very big challenge. Now, Anjaneya was just sitting there. He is also watching. He's going about. And then each one is saying, I can do this much course. I can go there. Finally, it is Angad. Angad speaks. He says, I may be able to go there. I am not sure whether I'll be able to come back. So each one, when they're talking, it is Jambavan who reminds Anjaneya. He says, hey, Hanuman, you have the power. I'm sure you can go. You will be able to cross over, reach there and come back. Don't you think? So, and that's when he just wakes up. See, this is the thing we were talking about. Since he has no ego of what he can do, he never keeps thinking about these things. I'm capable of this, there is nobody better in this. Or at least, I'm being very polite and saying, in this group, there is nobody who can be better than me. Even that thought has not come to him. Look at that. That is truly one who is free of his ego. So when Jambavanji, he tells him, you will be able to do. And he says, of course, I will be able to do. He suddenly remembers, oh yes, I will do it. And not only he is remembering, he is so full of confidence at that time. He says, yes, I will do it. I assure, and when he is ready literally to go there, he assures everybody, because suddenly for the entire group of monkeys and everybody who is gathered there, this seems like it's almost going to happen. It is that part, of climax, because they didn't know till now whether this can happen. Ravana has gone this way, that's all they know. But where has he gone with Sita Maya? Nobody knows. And suddenly there is this possibility, oh, something may happen and something big is going to happen with this. And he says, yes, I will go and do that. And the way he roars and he grows big there, he's created the dent in the hilltop where the hill shook where he was, when he was to take that leap. Get the power, the strength for him. He goes there and then he lands there. He lands there, he immediately has to become very small. See, he cannot show himself out. He is, what we say, a foreign ambassador, no, who has come. And that too, he has come without permission. No visa, nothing. He will easily be caught by the commandos and the army men, soldiers of Ravana. So he can't show himself. So he is assumed a very tiny monkey form and just going around in the dark of the night. In fact, he manages to meet. He goes to the Ashok Vatika. He is up on the tree because as he reaches there, he sees Ravan there with his entourage of women, and he is talking so badly to Sita Maya and he is threatening her, and he is given her a time frame. And she is looking frail and she is very depressed. And then once he leaves, all the women begin to harass her, because they are slaves of Ravan and they have to make her understand. So they tell many things psychologically, try to blackmail her, telling her, see, Sri Rama, your husband is not coming. If he had to come, he would have come by now, It's rather that you be the queen, get married to Ravana, you will be the chief queen and you will enjoy this kingdom. So many months, if he had to come, he would have come. You think he doesn't even know where you are? How do you think he's going to reach you? So see, emotionally they are, the weapon that they are using against her. And as it is, she is alone in a place, she doesn't know anybody around. She's imprisoned and she's not giving up, but she is suicidal at this point of time. This is her state of mind. When Ravana leaves and all the women have stopped harassing her, he slowly, Hanumana, from the tree, he starts singing very sweetly about the glories of Sri Rama. And she is, in fact, she is a little suspicious. She says, again, this is one of Ravana's tricks. Somebody is a Mayavi who's trying to fool me. Can be singing the praise of Sri Rama. So she says, who is this? Who is singing this praise? And Hanumana jumps down, a very, very gentle form, very small. Looking at whom she cannot get agitated or afraid or anything. She looks and she asks him, where are you from? And who are you? And he explains everything to her. He introduces himself to her in such a gentle, sensitive way, telling her everything about his meeting with Sri Rama and how he has come here. And he says everything is fine. Sri Rama and Lakshmana are waiting to come here. It's just a matter of time. While they are preparing, they have just sent him as a messenger so that she know that they are coming. So, while talking, and he shows what a great devotee he is of Sri Rama. And when she asks him, you are too tiny, how did you manage? Of course, he shows her his Virat Roop, and she's convinced that he's speaking the truth. So you see, he can become really small, he can become really big when he wants to. When he's caught, yesterday we spoke of how he didn't, challenge the Brahmastra. So he allowed for himself being bound and taken to the court of Ravana. And there he is almost, the way he speaks to Ravana and gives him words of wisdom. He is bound and yet he says, Ravana, you surrender. Look at the courage. And when they begin, because, Ravana wanted him killed, it was Vibhishana who said, he is an ambassador. And, even today, when there is an ambassador of another country in our country, and suppose we are at war with that country, first thing we do is send the ambassadors back safely, because that's the understanding between all countries. That our representative is there just to help, he is got nothing to do. So at no point of time the representative must be heard. So here Vibhishana tells, he tells Ravana, he is a messenger from another place and you cannot kill him. So you can punish him and send a message back to Rama. So okay, Ravana agrees, and what do? They decide to burn Hanumana's tail. See, the tail for a monkey is very precious. And as they are doing that, what does he say? He said, let me have some fun on behalf of these people of Lanka. Who do they think they are challenging? He allows for his tail to keep growing. What are they doing? They have gathered ghee and cloth and firewood and everything to burn his tail. And as they keep tying the cloth and pouring oil in it so that they can burn it, the tail keeps growing. So they keep collecting more and more oil and cloth from everybody's house. And this keeps growing and growing and growing until they are fed up. They light the, they light the tail with fire. What he does is, he is jumping around from there. Since now he's free, he crosses over from terrace to terrace. Every house in Lanka he brings down. He burns it. And now people recognize that they have called for their own suffering and misery. Half of Lanka is burning because of him. In fact, you know, his own tail is fully on fire and it's burning. A thought crosses Hanumana's mind. He says, how come it is not burning me? How come I'm still feeling cool? I feel that Sheetal Hawa, you know. And then he says, I'm protected here. None other than Sita Maya is protecting me. She is the mother of the universe. All these elements are under her control. Obviously, I will be protected. So he has a great time he says, he looks at everybody's house and he brings it out. In fact, he even crosses Vibhishana's house. He says, I will not burn Vibhishana's house. Why? There was no donation from Vibhishana's house towards the burning of my tail. You know, everyone donated oil and cloth and everything, but nothing came from Vibhishana's house. Vibhishana is a great devotee of Sri Rama. Why would he do that? So this way, growing big and putting everybody, you know, at risk, he jumps into the ocean, cools himself, and then takes that leap to return. So you see, he has this siddhi that he can become very small. Another way of saying this is not only the physical siddhi that he has, it is also for a spiritual aspirant to know that you must be ready to become a nobody when nothing is required of you. You know, usually none of us like being a nobody. We all want to be somebody. We all want to be noticed. We all like that. You know, I did this. I want to ensure people know that I have done this. It's about, you know. But for Hanumana, he can simply remain quiet. That is when we say he can become Sukshma Rupi. Absolutely nothing, very subtle. And then if needed, Virat Roop he can assume. And that also there is no ego. That Virat Roop is assumed because there is a particular work to be done which calls for that Virat Roop, and so he does it. It is not an ego desire, ego need for him to be that way. So, Sukshma Rupa Dari Siyahi Dikhava. To Sita, he shows that Sukshma Rupa. Bikata Rupa Dari Lanka Jarava. Bhima Rupa Dari Asura Samhare. Ram Kaj ke Ram Naam ke Kaj Samare. This is how he is. Whatever is needed, he assumes. See, this form, this perception that he can give the world and he wants to, he can do it also. This siddhi he had with him. And really for us, what will be the lesson for us is how we are when we are provoked this way. Either to do nothing. In a group, you are not given something to do. Immediately, I don't think I'm capable. I think the others are better. I don't think the leader recognizes my worth, my value. We feel very bad. And then if something we are given, we feel so important. It is such an exaggerated importance, that image that we create about ourselves sometimes. This also is because of the ego. You know, we become bigger than actually who we are. This exaggerated opinion also is not needed. Not in the case of Hanumana, where he can become a nothing to he can become an everything. So this is what we get to see. Sukshma Rupa Dari Siyahi Dikhava, Bikata Rupa Dari Lanka Jarava, Bhima Rupa Dari Asura Samhare, Ram Chandra ke Kaj Samare. And we will see also how he brings the Sanjeevani tree, and he is such a blessing to the army who have now in Lanka and who are ailing. That we shall see tomorrow. But for now, we will begin the chants of Hanuman Chalisa, keeping in mind the glory of Hanuman, invoking his blessings and grace for everyone today in the world who is suffering, who is in need of any kind of help, be it physical, mental, spiritual. Let them all find solace. Let them all be healed. Let them recover from this distressing, very, very disappointing, I would say, situations that we humans have brought upon ourselves. Let Hanumana's grace and blessings be upon us all.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुखर सुधारी बरनउँ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फल चारि। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुवेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हर्षि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद दीना। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माहि जल दिलांगी गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा, है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साकी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसौ सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भई सब संतन की जय।